Hello Chasitopians, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys don't mind, but my filming background has kind of been the same for the last couple videos, and that's because I just kind of really love this spot in the house. There's a lot of natural light coming through the windows, and it's warm in the living room because the air is like centralized. So I'm just gonna film here for a couple more videos and then maybe switch it up if I find a nice background. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. I've been trying to do a good like mix of serious videos, not serious videos, but you know, adviceful videos. Honestly, I'm just giving you guys advice as I'm learning because I'm like, okay, this is a real golden nugget of knowledge right here and I need to share it with the world. Nothing I tell you has not been implemented in my own life. Like, I seriously use these tools and tactics in my everyday life to make decisions and to decide whether I'm going to be great today or I'm going to be mediocre today. Today, I'm going to talk about something that I have most recently learned, and that is normalizing yourself. Normalizing you and who you are and who you want to be, your dreams, your affirmations, your manifestations, normalizing you. There are 4 main things that really stuck out to me when I was writing out this video and brainstorming and trying to figure out where I was going to go with this thought process. And I'm going to share those 4 things with you guys because I think they're so important when we're trying to find ourselves, when we're trying to create new life from ourselves. And there's nothing more important than normalizing yourself and loving yourself and just being present for yourself. My name is Chastity and I'm 100% pro Chastity, and you should be 100% pro yourself as well. Before I jump into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel down below. I love you guys so much, and let's jump right in. So really, we live in a world where we romanticize other people's lives. It's not like a horrible thing. You know, people talk about romanticizing everyone else's life like it's just this horrible, terrible thing, and you're always constantly comparing yourself. And some people are totally comparing themselves all the time. And I used to be a person like that, like, oh my god, why don't I have this, why don't I have that, why can't I da. And it's because I was focusing so hard on romanticizing Susan's life that I forgot to romanticize Chastity's life, because my life could be just as romantic and beautiful and planned out as Susan's life. Whether it is listening to Rebecca's podcast every single day and dreaming about living her life and being her, or comparing yourself to Nancy down the street, or maybe it might be listening to Negative Nelly's comments about what you just did, or what you're dreaming about, or what you're fantasizing, or what you're building for yourself. Any of those things fall into this category of this first tip, of this first point. Step 1 to normalizing you: stop listening to everybody else around you. Stop. Just let it go. Let it go in one ear, out the other. Stop listening to the bullshit. So many times we let other people's words tear us down. Why is it that we put so much emphasis on what other people think? I don't know if it's because I'm an emotional person or because I cared for so long, but now that I'm learning to take care of myself and do what's best for me and my family, what other people say does not faze me. I'm not saying be that person that can't take anybody's advice, can't take anybody's criticism, but I am saying be that person that knows that all criticism is not nice and all criticism is not welcome. I'm gonna give you guys an example, and I know that this person meant this out of so much love and so much care for me, but it really didn't hit me that way when it first happened. And so I'm gonna share this example, and that is when I found out I was pregnant and I was telling my family, and one of my family members suggested that I give my baby up for adoption. I am 22 years old. I'm not in the perfect place to have a baby, okay? I'm not in the perfect place that I want to be, but I'm in a pretty good place right now for somebody who's 22. Now, I'm not even going to downplay myself. I have a lot going for me. I'm actually doing really great in life right now, and I feel great, and I'm happy with where I am, and I'm working actively every day to get to where I want to be. But that's beside the point. Other people are on the outside looking in. I just had this conversation with a friend. Everyone is on the outside looking in, so they can't possibly know what's actually going on in your life, what you actually have, where you're actually living, what you're actually achieving from day to day, and what your goals are. Your goals are not always going to align with everybody else's goals, okay? What you want to achieve and accomplish in life might not mean jack to Danielle over here. Might not mean anything to her, but it means something to you. So you always need to put yourself first and keep it in the back of your mind that not all criticism and not all helpfulness is actually helpful. So number one, she told me to give my baby up for adoption, and like that was so far from my mind. Like I was excited, I was happy, and that kind of brings me to my next point is if you're excited about it, don't let anybody have the power to take that away from you. Let it roll off your shoulder and keep it moving, because you know what you're capable of, you know what you can do, and you know what's coming for you. So stop worrying about what everybody else says. Don't let them steal your excitement and your thunder. This is a beautiful, special time. Whatever you're celebrating, whatever you're accomplishing, whatever you're achieving, it means something to you. So let it mean something to you. Even if it doesn't mean anything to anybody else in this world, celebrate yourself. Acknowledge that criticism wasn't helpful. Acknowledge that you can still be excited. And acknowledge, most importantly, that you can love yourself and do whatever you want to do without the validation of anybody else on this planet. You don't need anybody's validation. And I tell Chris this all the time because often our arguments center around his feelings versus my feelings. My feelings are just as valid as Chris's feelings. If Chris feels like we should have chicken for dinner and I feel like we should have steak, both of our feelings are valid, right? And at the end of the day, we can both get what we want. He can have his chicken and I can have my steak. We can be perfectly happy. Both of our feelings are valid and it has nothing to do with each other. That was kind of a weird example, but like that's how it works. She might want to be a CEO and you might want to be a superstar. Both pathways are valid. Both pathways are going to be hard. Both pathways are going to generate happiness. Her happiness is business. Your happiness is entertainment. It's two different paths, but they're both valid. They both make sense to the person that's going on that journey. And that leads me to my next point. Do whatever makes you happiest. Happy and non-detrimental to your life. First thing you do, stop listening to all the craziness that's going on in the background. Focus on you, zone in on you, let all that other stuff fly. And then secondly, pick what makes you happiest. Do not pick what doesn't make you happy, because you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it farther down the road and you're gonna be like, crap, I should have listened to her and picked what I love. It's your career, it's your lifestyle, it's your social media, it is your ultimate happiness, nobody else's. I keep talking about Susie. I don't even know who Susie is, but Susie over here is choosing to be private with her life. You love social media. You want to post YouTube videos, you want to post Instagram posts, you want to post TikToks. Do what you do. They might not understand that. They might not get that at all. That might not be their vibe, okay? But that's your vibe. That's who you are. That's what you love to do. So go do it because it makes you happy. And if you sit here and dwell on what everybody else thinks and what everybody else does, you're never going to be happy. So go for it. Some people like simple life. Some people like sophisticated life. I'm one of those people who kind of likes both, but if I had to choose, I'd probably live a more sophisticated life because I want more. I want a lot. I want everything that I desire, okay? So I'm going to do the things that make me happy and that are helping me work towards getting everything that I want. Do whatever makes you happy and don't worry about anybody else. A lot of the things I'm telling you right now, you know, as a side note, my mom has already told me like once or twice in my lifetime, and I listened to her subconsciously, but now it's coming back around. So I just want to give you credit, Mom. Thank you so much for being the awesome mom that you are and for telling me these things and teaching me these things. And now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I can share out here on YouTube what I've learned from you and what I have worked on as an adult. The third point is, if it is sacred to you, keep it that way. It is not your job to curate what people post. It is not your job to curate what people say on social media, what people put out there into the world. It's not your job. It's not your life, and you shouldn't be worried about that. I've had my sister tell me, you know, my own family members kind of like look at me crazy because I make YouTube videos, and I don't care. Genuinely, I don't care, because this is my life and this is what makes me happy. And while you're sitting there miserable, worried about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, I'm making content that I love for people that I love and doing what I love. I might get 26 views on a video, but guess what? 26 people watch this video, 26 people learn something about me and learn something about themselves. So I would count that as a success, and I would count that as an accomplishment. I have gotten DMs and messages of people telling me like, your video really helped me out, like please keep making content. And that's why I keep making content, because at the end of the day, out of those 26 people, one person might hear what I said and take it to heart and change their life, but that's one person that I helped change their life, okay? So it's not about anything else. It's about me, my happiness, my content, and what I'm telling people and how I'm reaching people. Back to the point, if it's sacred, keep it sacred. If that's what you want to do. If you want to share your pregnancy announcement, share it. If you want to share your wedding photos, share them. If you want to share your birth story, share it. If you want to share a traumatic experience, be open about it. This is 2022, okay? We don't hide things anymore. If you want to put your story out there and you want people to know and you want to help people out that way, do it. I do that all the time, all day, every day. I talked about my weight loss. I talked about my vulnerability when I was fat, when I gained my weight back. I talked about when my dad died. I talked about my relationship openly on here. I talk about everything on here. I don't care, because at the end of the day, this helps me. And I don't mean like in a selfish way, but like, this is everything that I love right here. Talking about experiences and helping other people through their own experiences. If you feel like that's you, there's room on this platform for all of us. All of us can be here, share experiences, live, laugh, learn, and grow together. If that's not your cup of tea, fine. But like I said, what I choose to do does not have to be validated by you. We can both do our own separate things, be happy, and live our best lives, and it not affect each other at all in any way, especially not in a negative light. It kind of reminds me of those coexist stickers where it has all the religions lined up, and like, I'm a Christian, I've been open about that, I believe in God, but like, I don't have to hate you because you're a different religion. I can still love you, I can still support you, you can still be my neighbor even though you're different from me. It's the same thing with these hopes and dreams and the things that we choose to do because we love them. We can still love each other and support each other no matter what. It can get sticky when it comes to family, I'm not even gonna lie. You love your family, but they're like the people who hurt you the worst. And you have to set your boundaries. You have to decide what you can and will take and what you won't take. And you have to stand up for yourself. Even with family, I don't get all this disrespect stuff. It's weird to me. You know, Chris says it all the time, people use the word respect and disrespect in the wrong context. Because honestly, at this point, we're all adults, we're all humans, and we should just respect each other's decisions because it's our personal decision. We use our best judgment to get there, and it doesn't matter because what I do does not affect your life. Not one single bit. My last point is that you should create your own reality. Throughout this entire video, I've been telling you guys that everyone has their own dreams, their own ambitions, their own goals. So create that for yourself. Imagine the life that you want, even if it's different from everybody else's on this planet. It's the life that you want. It's a dream that you have, and you should work towards that and create a beautiful reality for yourself. Don't worry about oversaturation, because guess what? You are you, and that's what you bring to the table. Michael, James, and Jordan can all do the same exact thing. They're sports guys on YouTube. They're talking about sports, they're playing 2K, they're doing live streams, they're all doing the exact same thing. But guess what? Jordan is Jordan, Michael is Michael, and they're gonna do their own thing. I heard somebody say on YouTube recently, like, the recipe's the same, but the food gonna taste different. This also kind of goes with the romanticizing other people's lives, because it's where you draw the line, okay? I love Sam Oscuro, I love Haley Gamba. I'm not Sam, I'm not Haley, I'm Chastity. And I put my own flair in my own videos, I put my own little tidbits that make me me. And I live by that. That's who I am. Don't worry about oversaturation, because people are gonna love you for you no matter what you're doing. Part of creating your reality is going to be financial, and I'm telling you 100% work your 9 to 5, do that job, get your finances straight, and then during your 5 to 9, work hard on that dream. Put forth all that same effort that you're putting into that 9 to 5 towards yourself and see where it takes you. Don't be discouraged. Always be proactive. Always be working on yourself and working towards your goals and dreams. I keep saying your goals and dreams, and I keep emphasizing it because we go to these 9 to 5 jobs and we work hard for CEO Richard, okay? We work hard for CEO Bob, but we don't work hard for ourselves in the meantime. We need to start taking seriously our 5 to 9s just as seriously as we take our 9 to 5s, because we're putting in all this effort. We're dreaming for these other people instead of dreaming and living for ourselves. And it's just so important that you find happiness. And maybe your happiness is in helping Bob build his dream. That's great. That's cool. That's awesome. That's what you want to do. So put more effort into that. Put more of yourself into that. But if you're someone who's like me and you're dreaming separately from everybody else, put more effort into yourself. Put the same amount of energy and time into yourself. Give yourself that love and consistency that you give that job. Put in your 60 days. Put in your 90 days for yourself and see how your life changes. Envision it, know what it takes, and do the damn thing. Normalize you. Stop feeling like the oddball out. Stop feeling like the black sheep. Normalize you. You guys, I've never seen anybody normalize themselves like my mother, okay? She literally is someone who stands out from the rest of her family, and I love that about my mom. She's amazing. She does what she wants to do. She goes with her own flow. She follows her heart. And I think, like, a lot of times I give this credit to my dad because I'm a lot like my dad. Trust me, I'm a lot like my dad. But I feel like this passion and this fire to do what makes me happy and to live the life that I want to live comes from my mom too, because she never wanted to conform to something that she wasn't. She always worked hard to be different and do what she wanted to do and live the life she wanted to live and not explain to anybody. She's a kick-ass woman, and I love her so much, and I love that about her, that she's able to look herself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, I did this for me. I got this house for me. I bought this car for me. I worked this job for me. I had this body for me. I am me. I love me, and me is me. Like, my mom is the most normalized myself person that I know, and I'm so happy to have someone like her in my life, a role model to look up to, that just loves herself, loves others above all, and loves herself the way that she does. I strive to be more like that every single day, to let go of the worrisomeness of what other people are thinking, to let go of all the anxiety that's attached to everyone else, and just to live my life, love myself, and do what I need to do to get by and to fulfill my dreams. That's really all I have for you guys today. If you didn't get anything else from this video, just remember to normalize yourself. Normalize your dreams, normalize your hopes, and normalize that life that you're fantasizing for yourself, because it is literally yours. Claim it. It's yours already. You just have to put in the work and move towards it and become you. Become unapologetically you to the fullest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's all I really have for you guys today, but it was on my heart, and I'm doing more speaking from my heart and less thinking about, like, you know, the little tiny things that don't matter, and just speaking from my heart and telling you guys what I'm learning as I'm learning it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you next time. Wednesdays and Sundays, y'all. Don't forget. I love you guys so much. Adios, Chasitopians. Mwah!